Sleepy Donald in the Oval Office for 20 minutes. Talking all that about Sleepy Joe. Now look at him. This is the man that want to shit on the country.
This is constant with Donald Trump. He cannot stay awake during the day to do his job.
What you thinking about? Oh, yeah, that young chick. Yeah, I remember that young chick. Yeah, she played with my boy. Yeah. Get your punk ass up, man. There's another aftermath that happened with the Sleepy Donald situation.
But today we. Oh, you okay? Gordon, you okay?
Oh, no.
Critical, political, analytical.
Welcome to the channel, Analytical Topics. And today I have for you Sleepy Donald in the Oval Office for 20 minutes. Talking all that about Sleepy Joe. Now look at him. Look at him. Gone. Surrender. Out of here. Like a home run. Yep. This is the man that want to shit on the country. And we're going to hear about Sleepy Donald. Sleepy Donald. Is he like Scrooge McDuck type? Mr. Trump, but he a broke Scrooge McDuck. You know what I mean? I never heard Scrooge McDuck not having money. You know what I mean?
I'm not talking about having a bad day. This is constant with Donald Trump. He cannot stay awake during the day to do his job. Propagandizing that comes from the White House is reaching cartoon levels. We all watched last week where Donald Trump was passed the f*** out in the Oval Office. Just snoring, sleeping like a baby.
Tweety bird.
Go to sleep, close your big bloodshot eyes.
A dude passed out in the Oval Office. Not, again, someone else passed out, like a real medical thing. And Donald Trump, that's what woke him up and got him all peppy.
Huh?
The Washington Post did we're going to get to the propagandizing.
Oh, what you talking about? What you talking about? Two niggas passed out? What?
That wasn't just an aside. The Washington Post did an analysis of different angles of the cameras in that meeting.
Boy, you asleep. Well, you got your hand on your chin. What you thinking about? Oh, yeah, that young chick. Yeah, I remember that young chick. Yeah, she played with my boy. Yeah. Trump. Trump. I heard some stuff about you. Is that true? We're gonna get to that later.
And Donald Trump was passed out for about 20 full minutes during the goings-on. After the Republican Party and Donald Trump called Joe Biden Sleepy Joe for months and months.
20 minutes. Sleepy Donald? We're going to have to time Sleepy Joe. We're going to have to time him, see how long he was sleeping, and you got to time, see what record did Sleepy Donald put. You know what I mean? What's his record? 20 minutes? That's a long while, bro. That's a long while, bro. Sleeping on a train, that's like about a good 20 minutes, man. You already in you in Manhattan already. Sleeping 20 minutes on the train, depending on when you coming from. You know what I'm saying?
Months and months, they still do it. They're ignoring the fact that Donald Trump is not up to the task of the presidency. This isn't just about poking fun at Donald Trump for being an old turd who can't keep his eyes open. It's not just about that. That's just a cherry on the top. That's just mockery makes me feel good because I'm just that petty. But it's more than that. This is the presidency of the United States. This is why Joe Biden stepped aside, because there was too much pressure about his ability to do the job at his late stage in life. But Republicans, because they're hypocrites, they were on fire on that.
And racist prejudice
for Joe Biden, and they're also asleep, just like Donald Trump, relative to his health and welfare and well-being and fitness to do the job. let me get to the propagandizing. That ends it here. But let me read what the White House statement was about the meeting that we've all witnessed. All the photos you've seen of him crashed out, slumped over in his chair, like somebody needed to check his vital signs. This was from the White House. Here's the article, by the way, so you want to look for it.
Hold on, let me read that for you. A closer look at Trump's apparent struggles to fight off sleep in the Oval Office. A Washington Post analysis of multiple video feeds found that the president spent nearly 20 minutes apparently battling to keep his eyes open at a recent event, October 8th, 2025. 4 minutes. Got how many comments? 3,000. Look at it. Yo, bro, what's up with your neck, man? You got that, what you call that? That is not a snake. What's that, it's a cobra, a tarantula or something. Like, you got some reptilian neck type, you know what I'm saying? Yo, like, my neck long, though, but come on, bro. Man, and it's not even reptilian, it's just fat. They're like a goddamn turkey buzzard.
Closer look at Trump's apparent struggles to fight off sleep in the Oval Office. A Washington Post analysis of multiple video feeds found that the president spent nearly 20 minutes apparently battling to keep his eyes open at a recent event. Now, we've all witnessed it. You saw it. I saw it. The world saw it. And this is the White House response. Speaking of propagandizing. The White House denied that Trump was...
Slow down, bro. I can read. All right, stay real. The White House denied that Trump was dozing during the Oval Office event, and struggles suggest that the questions was inappropriate. What? What questions? What questions you suggested that was inappropriate? Whatever. The president was not sleeping, in fact. Okay. We're gonna pull it with a rewind selector. The White House denied that Trump was dozing during the Oval Office event and suggests the question was appropriate. So some reporter asked him a question, and the president was not sleeping. In fact, he spoke throughout and took many questions from the press during this announcement, which represents a historic in prices of American on 2 drugs that help Americans struggling with diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and other conditions. Spokesman Taylor Rogers said, "What the hell? Reduction." Trump kept struggling to keep his eyes open at an Oval Office event. So why are they saying he wasn't sleeping? So you're saying he felt... You're not supposed to do that. If that's what the president did, he fell asleep because of inappropriate questions. What? Even your statement right there is like, come on, you're not following the code of conduct. If you're... Oh my God.
Dozing during the Oval Office event and suggested the question was inappropriate. How dare you ask about the emperor's clothing? He's not naked. Those are beautiful garments, they say. Quote, the president was not sleeping, says the official statement from the White House spokesperson. In fact, he spoke throughout and took many questions from the press during this announcement, which represents a historic reduction in prices for Americans on 2 drugs that help Americans struggling with diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and other conditions. Spokeswoman Taylor Rogers said in a statement. The president was not sleeping.
Yeah, blood.
Deny your eyes. Deny your senses. Do not believe what you see or what you hear. The dear leader's spokespeople have spoken. The sleeping president was not asleep. That was something entirely different. He spoke throughout the entire meeting, even while he was snoozing, apparently. This is what the Washington Post in their analysis found.
Yo, if you MAGA maniacs, MAGA maggots, if you believe that he was up during all of this shit, while he's talking, you look familiar. But why he's look, he's dozing. Like he hearing things. Cause when that dude fell, he popped the fuck up. But he's sleeping, bro. He napping, bro. He cat napping, man. He trying to take an old nigga nap, man. Fuck out of here, man. Oh, what did it say? Hey, a Washington Post analyst of multiple video feeds found that Trump spent nearly 20 minutes apparently battling to keep his eyes open at Thursday's event. It was a seemingly stark illustration of the strain of the presidency on a 79-year-old who typically keeps a vigorous travel schedule that even his aides say they struggle to keep up with, and who has revealed in calling his predecessor Sleepy Joe Biden. We calling you Sleepy Donald. You're sitting behind Resolute desk on Thursday. The president displayed a constellation of movement familiar to anyone who has attempted to stay awake during a work meeting. He closed his eyes. He put his hand to his temple. He slouched in his chair. That nigga sleeping.
Washington Post analysis of multiple video feeds apparently battling to keep his eyes open at the Thursday event. It was a seemingly stark illustration of the strain of the presidency on a 79-year-old who typically keeps a vigorous travel schedule that even his aides say they struggle to keep up with, and who has reveled in calling his predecessor Sleepy Joe Biden. Now, again, while I enjoy mocking the dipshit president, it is not solely about that. The more important element of the story comes in this particular sentence. It was a seemingly stark illustration of the strain of the presidency on the nearly 80-year-old president. We are owed competent leadership. I believe we are owed exceptional leadership. That's why I hold politicians on both sides of the aisle to a higher standard than I would you or my neighbors. If you want to play at this high level, if you want to represent the interests of Americans, the important interests of Americans, you need to be on top of your game. You need to be the best of us. I don't want...
Oh, you trying to say you need to be awoke, coherent, eyes open. All right, got you. Yo, what happened? Is some other...
Matt Gaetz's and Marjorie Taylor Greene's and Lauren Boebert's and Donald Trump's and Mike Johnson's. I want people who are better than that. I want Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's. And if we're going to have old people who are beyond the age of retirement.
Who does you trying to have?
Like Bernie Sanders. Let's have a guy like that.
Oh, hell no, bro.
I want fewer John Fettermans.
Get that nigga
and more leaders.
Get that nigga out of here.
He was saying there is absolutely correct.
Sitting behind the Resolute desk on Thursday, the president displayed a constellation of movements familiar to anyone who has attempted to stay awake during a work meeting. He closed his eyes, he put his hand to his temple, he slouched in his chair. Donald Trump at one point was literally trying to pry his eyes open to keep them open. He was so...
Look at that. Look at that. What you would call that? Yo, that's some military shit you do. You stay open in the military. Come on, one eye open, right? That's the one eye open. Sleep with your one eye open. That's what that is. That's that one eye. That's what they used to do with the chopper. The one eye open, huh? That's what he doing. Man, you in that war. Get your punk ass up, man.
Look, if you have a late night and you have a tired day, I just got back from Japan. It took me a week to normalize my sleep coming back, being 13 hours different. I'm not talking about having a bad day. This is constant with Donald Trump. He cannot stay awake during the day to do his job. When you are sleep deprived, you do a poor job. Being sleep deprived while driving is akin to being under the influence of alcohol. It's that dangerous. And I would say...
Hold up. So like, say police pull you over, breathalyzer, you not drunk or nothing, high. Alright, nigga, I'm gonna sleep you got 3 hours. Oh, you going to jail. Say less.
The job of President of the United States of America is important enough. It would be on par with driving a motor vehicle, wouldn't you? But, again, the White House, the president was not sleeping. Semicolon, in fact, blah, blah, blah. Here are some lies.
In fact.
Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this very important conversation. Please like and share this video. Comment below with your comments. And if you want to sound off telephonically, you can call the voicemail line.
I'll be right back, y'all. I'll be right back.
714-576.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I had to go find that, man. I had to find that, yeah. So there was another aftermath that happened with the Sleepy Donald situation. And let's take a look and see what happened.
Really an honor to be here today for this historic step forward to expand access to a class of medications that can fundamentally change the arc of chronic disease in our country. Of course, these are the incretin or GLP-1 agonists that we've been speaking about. For nearly 150 years, my company, Eli Lilly, has been investing in America. We've been advancing science and creating high-value jobs. But today, are you okay? Gordon, you okay?
Whoa! Whoa! That woke you up, Trump? What's going on here, man?
Gordon, you okay?
I don't mean laugh. But hold up, we gotta go back to this. We want shit like that. Pull up! Okay, we get back. Come on, man, get it right. You okay?
Gordon, you okay?
Alright, damn, I keep missing.
Gordon, you okay?
Alright, we're gonna look at Gordon. It's Gordon right here. Alright. Right off the top, I see a couple of things that's not right with Gordon. You see the top of his face? It's different than the bottom of his face. You see his hands? The hands are kind of red, but the rest of it is looking bleak. It's looking, he faded to white. Look, he about to turn to that right there. But he's not white-ish, more pinkish. It's white, but anyway, he faded. Yeah, this is what the ancestors is putting on you for your hatred. The hatred touching you. It's touching you. It's touch you. Just touch you. Whoa. Look at it. Look at his eyes closed. Though he's dying. Man, get your punk ass up, nigga. You just lack iron. That's all. You just lack iron and melanin.
Yeah.
Oh, look who get up. Look at this. This is MAGA. This your guy?
Is this your game?
Right here? This your king right here? Whoa, King Wasabi? Look at this motherfucker. Why his back so... Whoa. My son is still sleeping, blood. My son is still sleeping, son. Hold on, we're gonna go back. He's still sleeping. Woke up. He is still sleeping, man. Them eyes are still, he's still sleeping, man. He's not open. His eyes not open. He's still sleeping. Look at him. Look at it. Yeah, you know this is all crazy. All crazy. Y'all looking crazy right now. Y'all looking crazy. Rhino, what's up with your peoples, man? Dino. Yeah, you looking crazy.
Thank you, press. Cameras, we're done. Cameras.
Oh, you up now? You up now?
We love you, Mr. Trump.
We're going to do so much for the women, you have no idea. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be truly amazing. So many patriots here in Connecticut. We love Connecticut. But we never won this state, I don't think. I think it's blue. But next time in 2028 when I'm president, it's going to be red then. I don't know.
Oh, my God.
We're looking into it very strongly.
Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe.